Kyle, Rickey and Bonssa Tufa with you here at the Stafford Motor Speedway, getting set for another Friday night of competition. 2 weeks ago, it was 100 degrees and all the humidity in the world. Last week, I think when we got the feature time, I saw some hoodies being broken out in the grandstands. Yeah. It's that time of the year. Fall is here, and we're beginning to wrap up the 2021 season.
Well, don't say that part. I don't want it to be done yet, but we were looking at some of the drivers who won the later features, and you could see their breaths. That's how chilly it was outside. I'm not going to complain, though. I mean, during the day, it was gorgeous. It's beautiful today.
It is.
Temperatures in the 70s. Friday, looking really good as well. I really hope I don't jinx that. But nonetheless, we're in fall time, which means the season's almost over, which means we got to start looking at the championship.
And a lot of great point battles in all 5 of our weekly divisions. We'll start with the SK Modifieds, another classic feature event last Friday night, tightening up the points just a bit.
There's nothing more fun than having a battle between the top two in the points, and it was a great duel. Todd Owen and Steve Kopchak going at it back and forth. Kopchak got the lead, lost it though because he made contact with Hines. Todd Owen took over, and then Kopchak got him back, and great defensive driving by Kopchak to hold off Todd. Todd also being very respectful to Steven at the end. Kopchak gets win number 4 on the year, which is tied for most in the SKs if you include Mike Christopher Jr.'s win in the All-Star race. He has 4 as well. But that points battle, not quite as tight as Steven probably hopes because Todd did get second, so the gap is down to, what, 20 points?
20 points. 20 points between the top two heading into the final few races of the season. And for the late models, it was a 50-lap feature event, the Paradiso Insurance 50, and caution-free for those competitors after a couple of weeks of rough and tumble racing.
I want to know who honestly thought that race was going to go caution-free, except for Jeremy, one of our supervisors in the production team. He thought it was going to go caution-free. But in the end, great win for Wayne Corey Jr., one of the good guys in the late models. Not many people have really anything bad to say about him. Very clean race. Got by Paul LaRue. Paul led some laps in the race. Paul Verrecchio led some laps in the race. And then in the points battle, Michael Bennett came home 4th. Adam Gray came home in 2nd spot. So the points battle a little bit tighter. Michael Ray, not as good a night for him. So the points battle is still nowhere near settled for the late models.
8 points separating Bennett and Gray right now atop the championship standings heading into this Friday night. In the SK Light Modifieds, another wild event that came right down to the finish, and no surprise in victory lane.
Yeah, Brian Sullivan, win number 3 on the year, a big win for him. Alex Pro coming in 3rd. And the reason why I say that is because point leader Derek Debus wrecked early on. The race finished 25th, lost a ton of points. He was 20 ahead coming into the race. Now he's 3rd in points, over 20 behind Alex Pro, who's the new point leader, with Brian Sullivan 2nd.
But there is a drop race.
Yes.
Something that we will walk you through here over the next couple of weeks. So that is a potential drop race for Derek Debus after that turn 1 incident.
Remember, Debus already had 1 DNF this year as well. So you can have 1 mulligan, but once you have that 1 mulligan, there's no margin for error.
Absolutely. And again, this is something we'll explain over the next month as we gear up to the end of the season. One other point about the SK Lights, Anthony Bello. Great run again, back on the podium in 2nd.
People wonder, you got that first win. Can you back it up? I think he did a pretty good job of backing it up. Coming through the field, he was catching Brian Sullivan at the end there, just ran out of laps because despite the chaotic start, the last 10 to 12 laps ran caution-free. So Sullivan was able to pull away, but Bello was reeling him in when the checker flag came out. Good couple weeks for Anthony.
Absolutely. A couple of great podium finishes, including a win for Anthony Bello. In the limited late models, one of the more competitive divisions I've ever seen. Smallest field, but 8 different winners this year, including another new name in the victory lane last Friday night.
Matt Scapini got it done, led wire to wire from the front row. Good for Matt. It's his first year really in a full-bodied race car, period. And if you didn't know, that's Andrew Duran's limited late model that he won the championship with last year. So it's a good car. Scapini learning as he goes. He's been getting better week by week, and the excitement that he had climbing out of the car. First, he parked the wrong way in victory lane, but we'll give him a pass for that. It was his first time winning, but good for him and the 10 team. I know Joe Ham was very excited for that. Even Andrew Duran was excited to see that. 8 different winners. I don't know how many people would have expected 8 different winners, including 4 first-time winners in this division. In the points, Alex Fern did finish ahead of Jeremy Lavoie this week, so she was able to expand that point lead just a bit more.
10 points right now separate Alex Fern from Jeremy Lavoie heading into this Friday night. And the street stock competitors, once again, they never cease to amaze me. Just when you think one driver has the race in the bag, they have issues. And then I think for at least the 5th time this year, a pass for the lead on the last lap.
It's unbelievable. We've talked a lot about the SKs, the late models, but you can argue that the street stocks have been the division of the year. We'll let you guys discuss that. But what an incredible battle at the end. What a comeback for Frank Litwell Jr.
Yep.
Spun on lap 2. We thought he was going to be in trouble in the points battle because Chris Meyer was pulling away in the lead during the race, and then he has a flat tire, so Meyer DNFs, and Meyer has to use that one drop week because he never had a bad race this year. Now that's going to be his drop week, and Frank Litwell ends up with the win. Now he has the point lead. Now you got both drivers that have one bad week this season. No more margin of error. Meyer has to perform well and hope Litwell doesn't do as well if he wants to reel in that point lead.
And you mentioned the rally by Frank Litwell, spun early in the race over in turn number 1, restarted, I believe, 19th or 20th, made his way methodically up through the field, which you can see a video of him doing on our Stafford All Access page. And 24 points now separate the top 2.
Wow.
Before the drops. That'll may change a little bit after the drops. All 5 of those divisions in action this Friday. The SK Modifieds, bit of a bonus for the SK fans this week. The 4th running of the TC13.
And that's a fun race. 13-lap dash. The top 13 who make it into, from the 40-lap feature, the top 13 from that feature get into the TC13 shootout. And last year we saw Todd Owen sweep both races. He won the 40-lap feature and the TC13 shootout. It's hard to do that. They have time to adjust the cars in between the feature and the 13-lap race. It's very cool to have that type of race. It's so fitting for a guy like Ted Christopher, someone who raced very hard, to have a 13-lap dash in his name. A lot of people take pride in it. Todd Owen took pride in winning that race. Keith Rocco, Glenn Reen. It's a big race for a lot of people. And aside from the race, you also have the Drive for Safety initiative.
Yeah, Quinn Christopher will be back. We saw last year, I think, every driver that competed here on a regular basis received a head sock or some sort of safety undershirt for their race program. This year, a bit different. The initiative is going to take place, and a driver in each of the 5 divisions will receive a custom Bell helmet.
That's really cool. Last year, they had a raffle for a full-blown fire suit
which
that
Megan Fuller won. Yep.
Now they get one division with a Bell helmet. I mean, that's incredible. And then you got the T-shirts that they're making for the TC
Great
Foundation.
design.
It's beautiful. It's great. So it's so awesome to see Quinn, who you normally didn't see at the racetrack all the time, but even after Ted's passing, to do whatever she can to carry on Ted's legacy, whether it's safety, shirts, the TC13 shootout. I mean, it's really amazing to see Ted's legacy continue on in the years after his death.
And those TC13 flags also available at StaffordSpeedway.com, and I believe here on race night as well, along with the new design T-shirt for 2021 for the TC Drive for Safety initiative. It's going to be a big night of competition. All of the divisions that run here every week will be in competition Friday night, including that special TC13 shootout. It all gets underway just after 6 p.m. Eastern Time here, and if you can't be in the grandstands, tune us in on FlowRacing.com.